185 programmers walked into a bar. The bartender said, sorry, we don't serve programmers here. And the programmer said, well, we're going to attack you with our binary code. 100011010.
185 programmers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve programmers here. And the programmers are like, man, that bites!
185 programmers walk into the bar. The bartender's like, whoa, no, I am not going to serve any programmers at this bar. And the 185 programmers respond, well, I see.
185 programmers walk in the bar. The bartender says, we do not serve programmers here. They said, but we read the dress code.
185 programmers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve programmers at this bar. And the programmers reply, that's okay, it's past my bedtime anyway.
Can I get a blue-collar occupation? A plumber. 185 plumbers walking to a bar. 185 plumbers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we can't serve plumbers here. And they say, oh, crap.
185 plumbers walk into a bar, the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve plumbers at this bar. And the plumbers reply, oh, come on, we're so drained.
185 plumbers walk into a bar. The bartender said, sorry, plumbers, we don't serve your kind here. And the plumber said, oh, we knew it was just a pipe dream.
185 plumbers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve plumbers here. And the plumbers get really mad, and they're like, let's step outside, we're gonna flush this out.
185 plumbers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve plumbers at this bar. And the plumbers reply, we don't really want to drink, but we're just looking for some crack.
185 plumbers walk into a bar, and all of a sudden the bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve plumbers here, and all of a sudden they got this sinking feeling.
All right. From the back half of the room, why don't we get an item that you would buy at the grocery store? Lobster. 185 lobsters walk into the bar. 185 lobsters walk into the bar. The bartender's like, hey, we can't serve you here. And the lobsters are like, yes, you can. And no, I can't. It gets really mad. They're like, hey, you don't need to get all red about it.
185 lobsters walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve lobsters here. And the lobster said, hey, man, come on, we don't even have crabs.
185 lobsters walk into a bar. The bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve lobsters at this bar. And the lobsters reply, huh, what the shell?
185 lobsters walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve lobsters here. And they say, well, we've got a great tale to tell.
185 lobsters walk into a bar, and the bartender says, you know what, we do not serve lobsters here. And the lobsters look over and they say, you know, that really gets my blood boiling.
All right, from the front half of the room, give me an occupation that you wanted to be when you grew up. Astronaut. Astronaut. 185 astronauts walking to a bar.
185 astronauts walk into the bar, and the bartender's like, listen, astronauts, I can't serve you. You guys need to leave. Okay, astronauts? The astronauts just stand there. The bartender's like, hey, astronauts, I'm telling you, you guys gotta leave. They don't do anything. The bartender's like, I'm telling you, astronauts, hello? The astronaut's like, oh, sorry, we're just spacing out.
185 astronauts walk into a bar, and the bartender says, you know what, you need to leave. And the astronauts say, no, we can't leave. And he says, well, why? And he says, well, you don't understand the gravity of the situation.
185 astronauts walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve astronauts here. And the astronauts say, well, that's fine. They leave, and they buy adult diapers and get in the car and drive to Florida.